Unfortunately, but predictably, the liberal media and Democrat politicians are blaming conservatives, even talk radio, and even gun carry laws for what the Tucson mass murderer has done. They are also, without shame of the political expediency of their pontifications, already calling for tighter gun control laws across America. But here are some things the mainstream media is either not saying at all or they're making very little of. We thought you would want to know. Mrs. Giffords is, of course, a Democrat. The vast majority of those attending more than likely were Democrats. We don't know this for certain, but it would be a safe assumption. Even though Mrs. Gifford is an outspoken supporter of the Second Amendment, most of the left, of course, is not. This is a statistical fact. And apparently the shooter was the only person there that day with a gun. There have been no reports thus far of an audience member who was licensed to carry and attempted to take the shooter out. The shooter was tackled after a woman bravely interfered with the insertion of the second 30-round clip that Loughner was attempting to insert, and then several men tackled him. It took the police 10 minutes to show up. This is a good response time, but the entire atrocity was over in 30 seconds. While the left argues for tighter gun control, this incident shows once again that when law-abiding citizens are unarmed, the criminals have them at a deadly disadvantage. On Loughner's YouTube site, he lists among his favorite books the Communist Manifesto and Mein Kampf. His writings and videos seem to make it abundantly clear that he is a very angry leftist who hates America, who likes burning the flag, and is anti-religion. It seems the mainstream media, dominated by the progressive left, is in full cover-up mode about these facts. And even Sheriff Dupnick, the Pima County sheriff in charge of this investigation, he is a well-known progressive liberal. He's now using the national spotlight to several times and without shame to push his liberal agenda on the rest of America. One of his quotes, "No doubt in my mind that when a number of people night and day try to inflame the public, that there's going to be some consequences from doing that, and I think it's irresponsible to do that." Really, Sheriff? So, inflaming rhetoric from high and important people inflame the public to violence? How about, Sheriff, when Democrat and progressive Barack Hussein Obama, speaking to Latino supporters, said, "Punish your enemies"? The enemies, of course, being those who politically disagreed with Obama and his listeners that day. Or they can come for the ride, but they got to sit in the back. Or how about this? The Cambridge police acted stupidly. Made by Barack Hussein Obama himself. One other shocking piece of information about this case. A review of Miss Gifford's YouTube site reveals a startling piece of information. While she has over 300 subscribers to her site, she has only subscribed to 2 other YouTube sites herself. One of them was former Representative Ike Skelton, Democrat, who lost his seat in November to a Republican challenger. The only other person she had subscribed to on her YouTube site was her shooter, Jared Lee Loughner. He goes by the username ClassItUp10. His YouTube site clearly identifies himself as Jared Lee Loughner. Given YouTube rules, for Giffords to subscribe to Loughner's YouTube channel, this would have required an affirmative action taken by Giffords herself or by someone with access to her YouTube username and password in order to establish the subscription link. Loughner's last 2 videos were posted to the channel on December 15, 2010, approximately 3 weeks before the shooting. While it is now known that Loughner himself worked for Giffords' election campaign in 2007, and that Gifford subscribed to Loughner's website since October 25, 2010, suggests that the two may have been in contact more recently. As this case unfolds, you certainly need to know these facts.
But my belief, and I've been watching what's been going on in this country for the last 75 years, and I've been a police officer for over 50 years, there's no doubt in my mind that when a number of people night and day try to inflame the public, that there's going to be some consequences from doing that, and I think it's irresponsible to do that.